belly. Yeah, usually a weapon right here. Yeah, flip off. Brooke, Emma, and Abigail. Okay. Okay.
You all get those four there. Yeah. You can put it in the back if you want to. There's some stuff back there if you want. So. Okay, Wyatt.
All right, here we go.
All right, we'll be starting in just a few minutes. So if you can take your seats and turn off your cell phones, that would be wonderful. Well, you don't have to turn them off. Turn off the ringers, please. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's blinding up. You guys are already a wonderful audience. We'll be starting in just a couple minutes. You can continue to chat for a moment if you'd like. All right, we are about to begin. Please stand as the graduates enter the auditorium. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome everyone to the Choice High School 2022 graduation ceremony. Seniors, how are you guys doing tonight? Nervous. Nervous, okay. Well, I'm glad you guys are all here.
Excited.
All right. Friends, family, and community supporters, thank you for joining us to celebrate the accomplishments of our seniors. My name is Stacy Anderson. I have the honor of serving as principal of Choice High School. The graduates sitting before you tonight represent the class of 2022. Although they could not all be here to walk with us tonight, this year approximately 40 students will have graduated from Choice. Combined with the 19 graduates of Cedar High School and almost 320 from Shelton High School, we are proud to honor over 380 graduates from the Shelton School District. Please give a big round of applause. This is a great night for our district. We are the first of 3 ceremonies happening. We're very excited to get to go first. And for all those graduates that are about to head out into the real world. Before we begin the program, I would like to recognize some of the distinguished guests I have here tonight. Throughout the year, we receive a great deal of support from the members of our Shelton School Board. I would like to introduce Carrie Davidson, Board President. Marty Best, Board Vice President. And Board Member Matthew Wielander. We very much appreciate your ongoing support of Choice and all of our students. And then I would also like to introduce the Superintendent of the Shelton School District, Wyeth Jesse. And thank you for all of your support this year, Superintendent Jesse. And at this time, it is my privilege to recognize a very special group of people, the Choice staff. As you all know, we have a very dedicated group of educators who regularly go above and beyond expectations. Without these committed individuals, some of these seniors may not have made it here tonight. Choice staff, please stand to be recognized. In addition to the Choice staff, we have a number of community partners and educators that have helped our students on their way to graduation. I would particularly like to acknowledge the assistance of the educators from the Squaxin and Skokomish tribal nations. We are honored to collaborate with educators from both tribes to help students earn their diploma. And the countless hours you have dedicated to supporting the Choice graduates are greatly appreciated. So if you work with Skokomish or Squaxin to support our students, please stand to be recognized. So we're very excited to be back in the auditorium this year. Last 2 years we've been outside due to COVID, so it's wonderful to be here. We really want to thank the Shelton High School staff for welcoming us here, and particularly for Joey Seward for inviting us to the facility, and to our student techs who are running sound and lights for us tonight. So let's give them a round of applause. And as you can imagine, it takes a lot to put on a ceremony of this size. I would like to thank Christina Patrick, who coordinated tonight's ceremony, so let's give her a round of applause. And then, of course, all of the Choice staff jumped in to help, everybody from greeters at the door to making sure students have caps and gown to our band back there. So thanks, everybody, for making this event happen. So, Joe, we might need a little light on the audience for this part. So at this time, I would like to acknowledge a special group of people, all the family members and friends of tonight's graduates. All seniors, you know how important your support people have been to help you reach success. So it's a little dark in here tonight, but please try to see your friends and family. Seniors, you can stand up, look at your friends and family, and give them a big wave. Thank you. So don't forget, some of those folks, they actually changed your diapers. Don't forget that. Others edited papers for you, and still others like paid your car insurance or bought you school clothes. And it's not just your family, of course. A lot of you have chosen family or friends who helped you to get here. So after the ceremony, please make sure and thank them. All right, now a couple words to the graduating seniors. So for me, it's an extreme privilege to be your principal. I've gotten to know most of you over the course of either this year or some of you I know way back to 7th grade, which is pretty neat to see you graduating tonight. It's just been such a joy to watch you mature into such an amazing group of young adults. Others of you that came just this year, all the staff, we wish we could have known you better, but we really enjoyed having you here just this year at least. But whatever your path was to be sitting here this evening, you do share a few things in common with all of the other Choice graduates, even if you maybe don't know them. You have all demonstrated perseverance. Most of the people here in this auditorium have no idea what it takes to go to school during a pandemic, and you guys did that. A lot of you, yeah, let's give them a round of applause for that. That's pretty amazing. Most of you missed out on at least a year of in-person instruction and had to do some online, and we know that wasn't easy, but you stuck with it in spite of missing out of that time. You also all took a risk to leave the traditional school model and to try something new, which is a great sign of courage. As you go off into the world, you might have to make those choices about colleges or a job, and make sure you always do what you did when you chose to come here. Choose one that's going to work for you. And then finally, you all got to know at least a few of the staff and hopefully some of your peers, and you became a part of the Choice family this year. So we always tell our graduates, you will be a Choice cat forever, no matter where you go in the future. Which brings me to my final point. The future is uncertain for all of us. Times in the world seem a little out of control these days sometimes. But as you finish your high school career, I encourage you not to let fear stand in your way. None of us knows what is to come, but I truly believe your generation will change the world. No matter what you do next, always keep the Choice motto, respect yourself and the rights of others in the back of your mind, and you will undoubtedly make the world a better place for yourselves and those around you. So congratulations, class of 2022. Now, it is my privilege to invite up to the stage our guest speaker tonight. Some of you may know that our original guest speaker, Danae Place, who was a teacher up at Choice and taught many of you, is unfortunately not able to be here tonight. My hope is she's out there watching us stream on YouTube. So let's give a big round of applause for Danae. And those of you that know Danae know that she is one of those staff who went to the ends of the earth for the students. And even this year, when she moved into a district office position, I know she kept in touch with a lot of you. And she really wanted to be here tonight. But, you know, things happen. So we've asked another one of our wonderful teachers, who also goes to the end of the earth for you students, to come on up here and give her speech. So please welcome to the stage, Glenn Helen Smither.
Hi, Danae. I know she's watching. Okay, you ready? Go get in trouble. That's probably an unexpected start for a graduation speech, but let me finish, if you will. Get in trouble. Good trouble. Necessary trouble. These aren't actually my words. These are the words of John Lewis, who was born in Alabama during the height of racial segregation and grew up to become one of the civil rights movement's big six, along with Martin Luther King. John Lewis went on to become a U.S. congressman for 33 years until his death, and he got in a lot of what he called good trouble. Those words were part of a message that he wrote to your generation to be read to you after his death in July of 2020. You know, Choice students do some pretty amazing things, and I hope that the community knows better now. But when I started working at Choice, it had a bit of a reputation of being a school where kids go who got in trouble. Yet when I came to work here, all I saw was family. And I think many of you know that feeling of finding family here and a sense of community because of who we are. We come to know that once you leave these doors, as I did this year when I took a different position here in the district, and as you all are doing now when you walk across the stage, you know that there is a piece of you that can always find home here. I believe we feel this way precisely because we have found this genuine congregation at Choice. We are a community that is not afraid to get in trouble. We make our own path. We find our own way, sometimes because we had to. If you are family or friends here, you may not know the community as a whole, but you know your own graduate. So let's test this theory, and I invite everyone here that knows a graduate that is sitting today in one of these rows to do this. I'm going to read a few of what I believe to be our community's traits that make our choice family. And I want you to clap and make some noise, yell out a name even, if you hear a trait that's something true about a graduate here that you know. Ready? Give me some noise if a graduate you know here has overcome. Give me some noise if one of these graduates you know here is a trailblazer. How about a choice graduate seated here that is a strong ally or advocate for others? Let's hear it if a graduate here is deeply insightful and intensely creative. Clap if you know a young adult sitting here that will give their heart and push themselves when things get rough. Lastly, give a clap if you know a graduate here that isn't afraid to be someone's ride or die and get in a little good trouble. See, this is who we know you to be. This is who you are. This is our community and why choice becomes home. And I am so honored to be a part of it and a part of the journey of you graduates, especially if I was lucky enough to share a classroom with you. John Lewis, who said those words, shared the traits of the graduates here that we just acknowledged. They were essential traits for him to accomplish all that he did. He needed these traits when he started getting into good trouble by joining what was known as the Freedom Riders, a group of men and women who led a nonviolent protest movement and rode buses through the American South in 1961 to protest segregated bus terminals by sitting at white-only lunch tables, using white-only restrooms, and standing in white-only waiting areas. He needed those traits when he pulled into bus terminals that had mobs waiting for him on a trip that Martin Luther King told them they would not survive. Indeed, the images of the bus being firebombed to drive John Lewis and others out to one waiting mob where they were beaten gained the media attention and was one of the events that led to the passage of the civil rights law that ended racial segregation. John Lewis was arrested 40 times in his life. He never pressed charges against his assailants and preached his message of nonviolence then during his 33 years as a U.S. Congressman and until his death. The world needed John Lewis's good trouble, and I'm honored to be here looking out at graduates who needed those traits as we have watched them overcome the challenges that have come from events like the death of loved ones, enduring chronic illness, growing up and learning in neurologically typical settings as someone with neurodiversity, homelessness, the walls of a cell, trauma, whatever it was. Still, you persisted and got your education. And whether or not I had the honor of knowing your story personally, as you ready yourselves to walk across this stage, I am so proud of each one of you. The world needs you. John Lewis's message to you on his deathbed was this: ordinary people with extraordinary vision can redeem the soul of America by getting in what I call good trouble, necessary trouble. He went on to say, though I may not be here with you, I urge you to answer the highest calling of your heart and stand up for what you truly believe. When historians pick up their pens to write the story of the 21st century, let them say that it was your generation who laid down the heavy burdens of hate at last, and that peace finally triumphed over violence, aggression, and war. He concludes with this message. So I say to you, walk with the wind, brothers and sisters, and let the spirit of peace and the power of everlasting love be your guide. That was his wish. I echo that, and I will only add that my wish for you all is that you soak into your core what myself and this audience showed you that we know to be true, that because of who you are, the world needs you, young adults that aren't afraid to get in good trouble. So yes, go get in trouble, because I cannot wait to see what you do next.
Thank you, Glen Helen. So I think Danae probably is watching, and when she called me today, her voice was a little hard to hear, and she was like, I don't know if I can make it, and we really wanted her here. But Danae, amazing speech, and Glen Helen, very well delivered, so thank you guys. All right, next is my honor to invite up to the stage a person who's been at several Choice graduations. We have a very special scholarship to award. As many of you know, we lost a key member of our staff. Wow, it's been a lot of years now. I used to say several years. Unfortunately, it's been quite a few. Teresa Johnson passed away after battling cancer for almost 2 years. Over the years, Teresa earned the nickname the Queen of Choice. Her impact on our school is immeasurable. Teresa was the one you could always count on to give a student positive encouragement and to put a smile on their face. She made everyone around her happier by just being in her presence. When she passed away, her daughter Jenny came up with the idea of doing a memorial scholarship in her name. This scholarship has been awarded to Choice students for a number of years and has helped many students further their education. Teresa wanted the best for every student she worked with, and she would be so proud to see this scholarship being awarded in her memory. It is my pleasure to invite to the stage Teresa's daughter, Jenny Gose.
I'm a little taller than the last person. I will say that speech is a really tough act to follow, but I give away money, so hopefully that helps my case a little bit. And for those of you graduates that said you were nervous, I'm nervous too. So us adults that get up here, this is hard as well, so I hope that makes you feel better. As Stacy said, I'm Teresa Johnson's daughter. My name is Jenny Gose. Some people say Goose, that's fine too. And it's my honor to give away the Teresa Johnson Scholarship. This is actually the 8th year that we've done this. My mom was diagnosed with cancer in 2013. She had worked at Choice about 16 years at that point. I think she was at Shelton School District close to 20. And when she was diagnosed, her cancer was pretty far progressed, and they kept telling her to stop working, which maybe for some people that sounds like a good idea. And what my mom would do every day would be sneak out of the house against doctor's orders and go to Choice. She loved Choice so much. She loved the kids at Choice. It was her passion. Some of you may know the Choice students that year built the Teresa Johnson Trail that runs from down on 7th Street up to the hospital. So that was a tribute to her from her students, which is really cool that we have that. And like I said, this is the 8th year we've done this. I think over 8 years we've given away close to $40,000. So it's been pretty cool to be able to come back and do that for her. And my brother and sister couldn't be here tonight, but they're a big part of this as well. So tonight we have 4 scholarships this year. One is actually going to be presented tomorrow at Cedars graduation. It was somebody who started out at Choice and graduated from Cedars. So the parameters for the scholarship are just that you have to have gone to Choice High School. So if you're a graduate of Choice or you moved on to another school, as long as you went to Choice. And for those of you graduating tonight, you're always eligible, because like Stacy said, once a Choice cat, always a Choice cat, right? So we only will award this scholarship to kids that went to Choice. That's to honor our mom. It was her favorite school. So before I give these away, I want to thank Steph's Espresso. Every May she does a fundraiser that contributes to this scholarship. And then there's also a lot of community members that step up and donate for you guys. So I have 3 scholarships. When I read your name, please come up and I'll give these to you. The first one, these are all for $500. The first one is Savannah Kipple. And these scholarships can be used for traditional college, trade school, any kind of training you want to go to better yourself. We are open to lots of possibilities. So the second one is for Alexandra Neal. And just so you guys know, we get a lot of staff input on these scholarships. Because my mom was a staff member at Choice, I'm still really close to a lot of her coworkers. In fact, we always get a little teary-eyed when we see each other each graduation. And before the ceremony, one of her close friends said, "There's a scholarship that I know your mom would have loved this kid." And I looked, of course I knew the name, so I looked at that and I said, well, that's funny because she knew him, and that's Caleb White. So now Karen knows why Caleb White was here tonight.
That's my boy.
So big congratulations to the 2022 Teresa Johnson Memorial Scholarship winners right here.
Thank you, Jenny. And congratulations again to those students. And one of the things that is really important to know, like Jenny mentioned, is if you are, in college, your second or third year, and you realize you're a little short funds, you can still apply to the scholarship for going to college too, years from now. So keep that in mind. All right, at this time, I'm going to invite up to the stage our 3 student speakers. They're going to come up together and give their speeches in order and give each other a little moral support up here. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Olivia Zettelmeyer, Michaela Hart, and Alexandra Neal.
Hello, my name is Olivia Zettelmeyer, and this is going to be my speech. Today is the day we let our wings open and fly away to find our places in this world. This is where our journey starts. We will go out there and give it our all, but there will be challenges in the road ahead. The thing to focus on, though, is to only look at the first steps and not the whole staircase. Another thing to remember is that we are human and we make mistakes, but we will always rise from them and come back stronger. Thank you for listening.
Okay, and Michaela Hart is next. So Michaela, your turn.
Today is an important day. Today I can say I finally graduated. I had a ton of struggles, and I wanted to give up numerous times. But my friends here, my family, and all the awesome staff and teachers encouraged me to keep going. So I did. Now I made it. Being here today has taught me to never ever give up. I'm not only proud of myself, but I'm proud of the other graduates here today. To wrap up, I just want to say to never give up, no matter how difficult. The outcome is always worth it. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Choice.
And next, we have Alexandra Neal.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra Neal, and I would like to thank all of our friends, family, staff, and 2022 graduates for being here today. I know the past few years have been chaotic and have made our lives a bit difficult for a lot of us. but I just want to say how proud I am for each and every student who has overcome these obstacles and made it here today. I'm not going to lie, the thought of graduation alone has terrified me, let alone standing up here today and giving this speech. I know I have the support and love of my family and friends, and that alone has helped me overcome obstacles to grow and move on in my life. The world is full of possibilities, and I believe that if you are committed and determined enough, you can be whatever you want to be. Now, it is inevitable in life that while we are living, we will face struggles. But if you believe in yourself and keep your loved ones close, you can overcome everything to become the best version of yourself. One important belief of mine is to live a life in which we have no regrets and can be proud to share with the people you care about. Whether this means becoming a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company, becoming a recluse and living alone in the woods, or anything in between, as long as you are happy, live the life you want in the way you want it. Just keep your activities legal, or don't tell anyone about them. I mean, come on. If the people in your life don't appreciate you or mistreat you in any way, drop them like a hot potato because you deserve better. Find people who know your worth. Life is full of opportunities, just waiting for you to reach out and grab them. Don't be afraid to push yourself and grab a hold of these opportunities. Then you can turn into your best version of yourself. Don't be afraid to take life by the reins and make it yours. I can't wait to take the next step in my life and continue to grow with my friends and family to become a better person. Thank you all for coming and being here with us.
Great job, students. I'm super proud of all three of these students. I've known several of them since freshman year, and they were pretty shy back then, but you all three just rocked it. So great job. Let's give them one more round of applause. Okay, at this time, we are moving on to the presentation of the class of 2022. So, Superintendent Jesse, I certify to you that the Choice seniors sitting here tonight have completed the requirements of the Shelton School District for high school graduation.
So as the superintendent, I am proud to present to you the representatives of the Shelton School District's Board of Directors, the members of the Choice High School graduating class of 2022 identified before you this evening who have completed the requirements by the state of Washington and the Shelton School District for high school graduation. Therefore, based upon the recommendations of the Choice staff, I now present to you the Choice High School class of 2022. I will now turn it over to Principal Anderson to award the diplomas.
All right, this is the exciting part. So, do I have Keith ready to go with our slideshow and music? All right, so students, when I call your name, please come up to receive your diploma. Board members and Superintendent Jesse, you can push your chairs back. And family members, as they come up, feel free to take pictures of them. It's encouraged. And you can yell out for them, cheer for them. This is a big night for all of our students. All right, Keith, whenever you're ready.
Day that all the kings died, I felt the heat in your heart.
Alexandra Neal.
Saw the flames in your eyes. You didn't sleep or even tire. Yeah, you're gonna burn bright, 'cause you were born on fire. But don't let nobody try to dim your flame, try to cool you down.
Olivia Zettelmeyer.
Try to steal your heat, unlock your desire, taking flames to the street, 'cause you were born on fire. Saw you playing in the ozone, juggling all your time.
Michaela Hart.
Skipping through the landmines, they could cut you that don't break my heart, like when you look me in the eye and you ask me questions, like where we going when we die, and who you gonna love, and how you gonna live.
Savannah Kipple.
Will you be up for one, or could I leave you rich? I can't leave you no money, I can't leave you no land, I can't leave you no faith. I lost a little I had, but I can leave you this truth.
Zoe Pearson.
Open desire, and take your flames to the streets, 'cause you were born on fire. Don't let nobody try to dampen your flame.
Brooke Gutierrez.
Try to make you change, try to steal your heat, or mock your desire. Take your flames to the street, 'cause you were born on fire. Take your flames to the street,
Garrett Bailey.
'cause you were born on fire.
Giovanni Antonio.
When I move my body just like this, I don't know why, but I feel like freedom. I hear a song that takes me back, and I let go with so much freedom.
Kaylin Powell. Tina McCusley.
When I move my body just like this, I don't know why, but I feel like freedom. I hear a song that takes me back, and I let go with so much freedom.
Susanna Wheeler. David Simon.
When I look up to the stars, I know exactly who we are. 'Cause then I see you shine, you're shining, you're shining.
Everybody come out, everybody come on now.
I'm stuck to the dance floor with the whole team, with the whole team. I'm stuck to the dance floor with the whole team, with the whole team. You just put your head for, give you the whole shit. I'ma give you the
Alexander Kernsoff.
When I move my body just like this, I don't know why, but
Hannah Myers.
Como la luna que alumbra por la noche los caminos, como las hojas al viento, como el sol espanta el frío, como la tierra la lluvia, como el mar espera el río, así espero tu
Gustavo
regreso
Juarez
a
Villa.
la tierra de los ríos.
Como naufragan mis miedos, si navego en tu mirada, como alerta mi sentido, con tu voz enamorada, con tu sonrisa de niña, como me mueves el alma, como me quitas el sueño.
Jessie
cómo me
Bode.
robas la calma.
Tú tienes la llave de mi corazón. Yo te quiero. Marca mi vida porque sin tu amor yo me muero. Tú tienes la llave de mi corazón. Yo te quiero. Marca mi vida
Alex Brady.
sin tu amor yo me muero. Chopacho, roncona, chopacho.
Como la luna que alumbra por la noche los caminos, como las hojas al viento, como el sol espanta el frío, como la tierra la lluvia, como el mar espera el río.
Maximus Kangas Haynes.
Regreso a la tierra del olvido.
Tú tienes la llave de mi corazón.
Yo te quiero,
Hasta mi vida porque sin tu amor
yo me muero.
tú tienes la llave de mi corazón.
Emma Wiles.
Hasta mi vida porque sin tu amor
Yo me muero. Chopacho. Chopacho.
Misty Sadie.
Oye, mi corazón.
Listo todo.
Oye,
Jack St. John.
Tú tienes la llave de mi corazón. Yo te quiero más que a mi vida porque sin tu amor yo me muero. Tú tienes la llave de mi corazón. Yo te quiero más que a mi vida porque sin tu amor yo me
Jasmine Metters.
Chopacho. Roncona. Chopacho.
yo me muero.
Haley Spurlock.
Colombia, tierra mestiza, mi Colombia, tierra hermosa, llena de mares, llena
Alexis Behringer.
de pájaros, ay de árboles.
Jacob Richards.
talking away. I don't know what's
We had one student who could not make it tonight, Abigail Coggins. Let's give her a big round of applause. Now we're getting out of order there, Keith. Ashley Boyson.
But I'll be stolen away. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me. But it's not better to be safe.
And Elizabeth Bobo. Give a big round of applause to all graduates. Okay, Keith, if we can end the music now. Thank you. Thank you to Keith for running that. All right, so following the tassel ceremony, the students will proceed out of the auditorium as the recessional music plays. They will gather out front where families can meet them, so feel free to leave and go see them after the ceremony. Now, it is customary upon graduating that students will move their tassel from the right side of their cap to the left to symbolize the accomplishment of earning a high school diploma. I would like to call Audra Wyatt to the stage to lead you through the tassel ceremony.
Fellow seniors, please stand. You may now switch your tassels from right to left. Congratulations!
Now please stand and join me in congratulating the class of 2022 as they leave to find their families and friends.
To get to Soulville, because that's where I belong. Lord, show me the way to get to Soulville. Come on and take me way across the track, where brothers and sisters and children too, they are sitting there racking them back.